Oh, look what time it is. Holy noly. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. I must tell you, I will not be able to use my mic or anything because this is one of these new mesh outfits that if you wear this outfit, you cannot get your arms to lift up or anything. Well, I can do things like this. I can turn my head around. Look at that. I can do that. That's about all I can do.
What the heck?
I can do
Spit
that.
pea soup while you're at it?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, welcome. By the way, I was away last week, and I really find going to the airports really something else. How many of you been in an airport recently? Anybody here been in an airport in, let's say,
Yep.
the last month?
Yeah, right here.
Not in the last month.
Small one.
I like when, you get up in line where they're there, the people behind the counter and stuff. I just walk right up and I go, are the teleports working? I like to see what they think about that, stuff like that. You got to do things that are interesting,
Yeah.
and all these freaking flyer miles and all the levels that you get, and they just keep changing it. There must be Linden's working there now. Delta has this new thing that you can't bring a friend into the Crown Room or the Sky Club or whatever. So I make my friends stay outside while I go and have a drink. I mean, what the hell? Yeah.
Great way to start a vacation.
Exactly. Yeah. And the luggage. They weigh the luggage. Can you believe it? They weigh the luggage. See, what I do with my luggage, it helps out so I can take a lot of stuff with me. I have a special luggage. And before I leave, I fill it up with helium. So when it goes on the scale, it only says 2. Everybody's going, I'm going to do that. All of a sudden, the plane can't take off because it's 800 tons on the freaking down below, and it weighs 2 pounds according to scale.
They used to always weigh luggage, and then they didn't for a while.
Right.
Yeah, well, then they crashed some planes, so they started weighing it again.
Yeah. It's when they started putting wheels on bags so that people...
Yes.
It's gotten so bad in the planes now. When they bring the peanuts, they open a bag, give each person just 1 peanut. That's all you get, just 1 bag.
Yeah, suck on it, make it last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they just open a bag of peanuts, and all you get is just the odor of peanuts. That'll be $5, please.
The worst are the people that bring on board like a Happy Meal. I mean, nothing smells worse than a Happy Meal on a plane,
really
right?
bad.
I mean, it's just really not good. It's a
They do that on
You
do that
smell
on the
it for the whole
subways
trip.
in New York. Yeah.
Do they? Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah. It's
Chicken
really
wings
not
with
good.
chicken wings with hot sauce smells really bad.
Yeah. And now now you can fly with your iPad open, your Kindle open,
Yes.
everything. So everybody's on there. It keeps everybody quiet, I think. It keeps everybody, quietly entranced. Yeah. And they have premium economy, which is really like what economy used to be.
What does it get you? What does premium economy get you?
Premium economy gives you a seat that looks like all the rest of the seats, except it has a little thing on the headrest that says premium economy. That's about it. Yeah. And airports are something else. I mean, come on, they're right here in the U.S. Why does a hot dog cost $11.50 on an airport? I mean, is that really? I mean, they should have a baseball game too if they're going to charge you $11.50 for a hot dog, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to see if I can do something else since I can't move my arms. Let's see how this works in here. Let's see how this goes. Oh, look, I can do this. That's pretty good, huh? Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's I may do a show like that. That's pretty good. Remember all the
Look, Ma,
animations?
no hands.
Back in the old days, we used to all hang around and play our animations to each other for hours and hours and laugh and laugh and laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And way back when, we used to even enjoy playing Pong. Do you remember that?
Ooh, Pong.
Right.
I was a killer at Pong.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, aren't you on there for an Oculus Rift, Dr. Fran?
I'm going to get one. I'm ordering one this summer.
You can't
They
order one
go
there
up.
right now. They don't take any orders, but you can buy one on eBay. You can buy the developer kit on eBay for
Really?
$380, or you can buy the Oculus Rift DK1 Rift Up 1080p HD screen for $894. Yeah. I don't know why that's $894 and with free shipping. So Oculus Rift, yeah. Dr. Fran is back talking to the bat, so we don't know. And here's a rare used
I'm here. I'm
once
just
Oculus-
coughing a lot. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
here.
I saw there's a picture up on eBay of an Oculus Rift. You know, Oculus Rift is now Second Life. They say it can work in Second Life. They worked it out. Did you see that?
Well, Geo got it working.
Got one
Yeah.
in Mesh that I
Ask
made.
Geo. He got it working for him.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh. Here's a once used once Oculus Rift. What's interesting is that it's all in parts, so I don't know what they used it for because it's not-
They dissected it to figure out how to make one.
They
Oh,
couldn't get
gosh.
it to work. That's why it's in various parts.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear. That could be true.
That's the things that makes people seasick, right?
Mm-hmm.
no, those are called
Yep.
ships.
No,
That's called a cruise.
women more than men, they say.
And I was just talking a moment ago. You guys that were here heard about this, but I mean, you know, you gotta wonder: is it really worth getting old when when you're watching TV? You get Depends, diabetes, COP. There's all sorts of. They should have one pill. It's called the old pill. You take it and it solves everything. You know, just the old pill.
Yeah. Old
Yeah.
pill for old people. Yeah, it's called
I'm
arsenic.
wondering. I wonder, with Pampers, they got Pampers for babies now. They got elastic that moves. They can spend hours and hours in their own pee and not worry about it. So maybe they'll work that out with the pens, so you can
They
run
did.
around all day. Did they really?
I'm
Don't tell
living
me that.
proof.
Oh my god.
Don't want to check under the hood.
Yeah. There's one guy about Oculus Rift says, roughly 6 out of 7 people in the world don't use Facebook. Count me in that group of 6. I've never been a fan of it, especially now that they bought Oculus Rift, which I was going to buy, and now I'm not going to buy it. Catboy, did you fall off your stool?
Yes, I did.
I've
Sorry.
fallen and I can't get up.
Someone help me.
He needs the old pill. He needs that old
Yeah. Give me the old pill.
pill.
Don't you love that commercial? I've fallen and I can't get up. You can just see somebody in the background, a family member. Great, don't get up. I want the inheritance. You're too fucking old. I've been waiting for years and years and years. I want to sell the house.
Hey, Lauren, you want to know why I'm excited about the Oculus Rift?
Why?
Because I won't actually be accused of constantly looking at a woman's boobs because they're at my eye level. I'll actually be able to stand up.
Yeah.
That's what I get my whole life. She's like, stop looking at my boobs. And I'm like, where am I going to look?
Now tell me, don't you think every time I see Eric Snowden, that's his name, right? Eric Snowden?
Right,
Every
right.
time I see him, there's two things. One, I mean, he never moves. He looks like a psychopath, regardless of whether
He's
he's
really
right or wrong.
scary.
He does really scary guy.
He has
And
dead eyes.
second, I'm convinced he's wearing Google glasses. Yeah, I'll tell you, Google glasses. Gotta love that. Oh, so let's see if I can do something else with this thing. Let's see what happens if I do that. I can do this. Look at that. I can do that.
Oh,
Look at that. I can do that. Oh, I can do that. So,
Who's cooler than you?
apparently the hair author unknown and all over the Facebook, and I stole it originally, so it's not really mine, as you all know, because I've been very honest about that over the years. So, but there it is. It's now finally made it out there everywhere. Okay, so and Second Life's got the Second Life 11th birthday. I mean, this is preteen. Gee, we're still playing with pedophiles here.
Oh dear.
I didn't pay attention to anything you said as long as you're there air humping. It's pretty funny. It's entertaining.
Well, for you, because it's in lag, it must look really different, right?
It looks amazing. It's like humping in the Matrix.
Humping in the Matrix.
I like walking around in the airport, bumping into walls and stuff, and people ask me why. I go, I have Google glasses on. They said there's no wall here. I am so tired of people saying, "Oh, well, why don't you just Google it?" It sounds so stupid, doesn't it? I'd rather they said, "Look it up in the encyclopedia." I think that's a lot better. Anybody still have an encyclopedia?
No.
When
Yes.
finding it out.
Pretty much.
The library does.
Yeah. It's great.
Wikipedia
Everything
does.
stopped in 1964.
Yes.
I have it next to the First Testament.
Yeah.
Imagine being
And
an
this-
encyclopedia salesman.
Oh, yeah, that and Fuller Brush Salesman. I mean,
Oh,
come
God,
on,
remember that?
Those were the times, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you got to be older to remember the Fuller Brush Salesman.
I
coming
remember
to
the
door.
Fuller Brush Man.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember my mother inviting him in. No.
Well, that's where you get your eyes from. Yeah.
All right. Welcome, Pearly. Hello, hello. Somebody keep an
Hey,
eye out
Pearl.
for Doc in case he ever gets here. You know?
Oh.
'cause-
Good evening.
Yeah, good
Hey,
evening.
Pearly.
Hey,
Hi,
Pearly.
Pearly.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Pearly.
You know, nowadays a miracle would be turning wine into water. Yeah, you got it. Pretty good, huh? So this is the kind of show tonight. I'm just gonna be dancing around and doing stuff like this. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, and marriage proposals aren't exciting anymore. Has anybody noticed that? I mean, yeah.
They don't make the
Somebody said-
news.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and getting partnered in Second Life. I mean, you got to get voice morphing to do that. At least I do.
Hey, Lauren,
Yes.
I just had a really great idea. We could get you a pole up on stage with those moves. We might actually make some money.
Let me tell you, the NSA is watching this and they're worried.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, they announced today that they're doing facial recognition. You know, shit, I can't recognize anybody when I'm out. I need that. Yeah. God. Yeah. And you know, the big problem here in Second Life is a lot of you have been partnered several times. What happens when you run into a old partner and you've got a new partner? What do you say? You say, "Oh." You make a face.
You say,
That's my
you
old.
say, I'm sorry, I upgraded.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, burn.
Have you noticed that
Done
Second Life just
that.
automatically upgrades your viewer? You know, they said, well, you need an
Yeah, I
upgrade.
hate that.
So I looked at the number, you know, and the number is 3.965471.675463. I haven't gotten past 1.2,
Hey.
but I guess they have. Moved on.
Yeah.
I mean, I really miss the old days, you know, when you used to
Hey.
log on and then teleport, and you'd have the hair up your ass and a shoe at the same time. I
Yes.
don't know who developed that. You know, that person is kind of interesting. They probably work for Microsoft now on Windows Live.
Hey,
Located in an
Veritas.
easy location. You can find it.
Hey, Veritas, you gonna do some comedy tonight? Because we don't have anything going here tonight. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
I remember when voice first came in Second Life, you had to go to a special sim just to use voice. And I went there with
Oh,
somebody,
really?
and there were like 20 people on the sim. Yeah, and there was 20 people, 17 girls, 3 boys, no female voices. Yeah.
Oops.
And you remember I mean, it was unbelievable. They've changed a bit, but the old clothes that you had, I mean, what was it that always our crack was showing girls? Did you ever notice that? They must have been made by Carpenter. I don't know what the hell was going on, but that was in all of our clothes. Yeah. And then they got bouncing boobs, and we had to go to Breast Enhancement 101 and learn how to make them work, right? Dr. Freeman right away.
I have none.
Yeah.
I made no physics, but I ain't got boobs.
Yeah. Remember the first time that you slipped
Well,
off the
that's-
skybox and was falling, and you said, "Holy mackerel! How do I stop this?" You didn't have a clue.
Was my first.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how many. You see, they've changed everything. But for those of you who've been around for a while, remember when you came in and the first time you came in as a newbie and you looked like Think? I mean, it was incredible.
He has never upgraded.
Lauren,
No,
the
no.
reason he looks
You
like
can't
that is he
do-
figures it'll come back around eventually.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
Sooner or later,
Well,
he'll come back into style.
It's not. It's not
Oh,
possible to do.
by the way, I
physics in
find
mesh.
it's always. Oh, what were we
Hey.
saying? I'm sorry. What?
Guess what?
What?
It's not possible to do physics in mesh because a mesh is still
Right.
like
Right.
a mesh shirt, and then your boobs are like bouncing all in and out of it, and it doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you, I don't get that whole burqa thing. You know, it's hot as hell where they are, and they're wearing Muslim cloth.
Oh.
Is that Muslim and Muslim and Muslim? I don't know, but it looks that way. Yeah. There's the
It's
Yalta
not like-
strip club in Crimea in Second Life, if you'd like to go there.
It's like it keeps the sand out of their nose or something. Because
Uh-huh.
all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
So there's a lot of interesting places and things in Second Life. Just so you know, Vladimir Putin is in Second Life. Yeah, he's taken over 3 Sims. Yeah, Obama used to be in Second Life. I don't know if you guys remember, but back when he was running, way back when, he was in Second Life. So was Hillary. Did you know that? How many people remember Hillary Clinton in Second Life?
No.
That was a while ago.
And no
Yeah,
cankles.
that was great though. But they were here. Remember what was it? 2008 or 6 or 3 or 0 or whatever. They were here.
Don't drop that dirk. Hey,
Yeah,
don't
Obama
drop
too.
that dirk.
Well, that's a sequel movie. Obama too.
Oh God. I don't want
Hey,
to
have you
see
noticed the
Obama.
Republicans are no longer saying let's repeal Obamacare? Now they're talking about just fixing it. They figured out that 83 million people have signed up. That's all the people that might vote for them. They're gone.
I'm a Republican.
Now Obama too. Yeah, Veritas. Well, I have news for you. You could always have John McCain, because he would you know, he should have been the guy that the Taliban captured, because he's the best prisoner of war you've ever seen. That's the best. He's the number one. So anyhow, I still love this. This is old or whatever, but as you know, one time I don't make this stuff up. It happened. Somebody came up to me one time. This newbie came up and said to me, "Holy crap! Somebody's got a truck coming through their
Oh,
house." What was
yeah.
that?
I got my
Yeah.
window open.
Somebody just had a
Got your
bus
window
in their
open.
living room.
Where are you, on a highway?
He lives in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
I'm waiting any moment to hear Schwarzenegger come in as the Terminator.
I'll be back.
God, I like that Terminator. Terminator 2 is my favorite. Anybody see any good movies? Yeah? Anything good? No, because we don't go out. We're in here, right? This is a
No,
movie.
it's not.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Who has time for movies?
All I know is Walt Disney is sitting somewhere in heaven going, "Holy shit, whatever happened to cartoons?" When he looks at live. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was the beginning of the whole thing. Well, we have some comedy for you coming up at some point tonight. We also have tonight, back again, Liz Day Solo is going to be performing here in 40 minutes. And want all of you to know that the SL11B is June 22nd to June 29th. Those of you who've never been, it's a lot of fun. Those of you who haven't been, you know about the lag. But anyhow. Yeah, apparently they're going to have a gotcha thing. They're going to have a hunt at the Second Life
Yes,
11B.
I
Did you
heard
hear
that.
about that? Yeah.
So
We're going to,
invited.
what they're doing is they're taking out all that shit that the Lindens used to give us, you know, from houses to whatever, and you're going to hunt for all the shit that you threw out from your inventory. Remember the stuff they used to give us? They gave us a car one time. Yay! It didn't work. It was great. I remember early when I first came in, and people were making things like cars and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I was just trying to figure out how to res a box. I mean, 2 hours now, and nobody wants to tell you back then. You know, back then and now everybody's so helpful. Let me tell you, here's how we do it. Right? Oh, hey, drumstick. Right. Oh, I have to go to sleep now. It's 3:30 in another country. Okay. Well, yeah, but here, hi, Drumstick. Drumstick's been around forever. Are you kidding? Drumstick was the first person in Second Life. He came in 1939 while watching Wizard of Oz.
Actually, you know what? That's
What?
not actually true because I think Thinker actually brought him in because he needed a friend.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was all alone. Second
alone.
Life.
I wonder, now Philip Linden had to be alone when he first came in, right? What did
I
he
must
do?
have.
What did he do? He's here all by himself, And
Made a
that
female
had-
avatar and played with it.
I was gonna say, who do you think tested all those sex poses? Somebody had. To think that.
Oh, I remember. The worst of them all, I went out one time wandering around Second Life. I came across some place that had all this different sex stuff on the main floor. So I went downstairs and they had some animals. So I went to pet this dog. The next thing I know, I was under the dog and peeing on me saying territorial rights. And I think that's really great. I mean, who is the person that decided that this is going to be a lot of fun? This is what I really want, some bestiality in Second Life, right? And those of you who don't remember, there used to be this hideous spider that would do weird things to us women. Do you remember that? Anybody ever jump on the spider?
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
it.
yes, maybe.
I've seen the spider.
Mhm.
girls have to look out for that.
Yeah, we really do. I mean, it's unbelievable. Veritas, you want to get up and do a little comedy tonight, or do you want to just sit back?
Yeah, the spirit moves me.
Ah.
I hadn't really planned anything per se, but that doesn't
Well, come
seem
on
to
up.
stop anyone else.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, come on up. What the hell? Come on up.
I've heard some music for a long time.
Stop.
Yay!
Hey, Veritas, baby.
Hey, Veritas.
So nice to be back.
Thank you very much. That was a test.
AO, is that like the crystal meth AO? Is it like fidgety, jumpy?
Yeah.
All right.
It's crystal meth.
I want to get that one. From Breaking Bad.
Yeah, exactly. Breaking Bad. Everybody loved Breaking Bad. That was
I'm
great.
telling you, right? There's even a rumor that, Bryan Cranston said that, you never actually saw him in a body bag, so don't count Walter out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Could
my
be alive.
God. But that's, it's like when I come up here sometimes, if I don't have any jokes, I'm Breaking Bad, But,
Yeah.
I wanted to actually put this to you, This is a question I've been asking myself. How come if you leave chicken out for a long time, you get salmonella instead of chickenella? Shouldn't it be chickenella? Shouldn't old salmon should give you salmonella, right? But chicken should be
Yeah.
chickenella.
Chickenella, right?
Chickenella. I think she's an avatar I bumped into a few times on SL. Chickenella is a club. But the other question I had, I wanted to ask and put it out to the people here. Like, what's the difference between flotsam and jetsam? It's just, I don't know. Like, I was watching Titanic and Leonardo DiCaprio. He died because he didn't climb up there with her. And I said, well, maybe it's because it's just flotsam. If it was jetsam, it might have held him. But flotsam is not as strong, maybe. Man. Can somebody throw me some flotsam and jetsam? I think I'm sinking. Oh my goodness!
We love you, baby. Just do
Yeah,
it.
it's really good. I love what you've redesigned the place, right? I can tell. It looks like some new ashtrays are out and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some new
I
bear
love,
spills.
I love what you've done with the thin molding around the bottom of the tables. It's all right. Great.
And this gum is still
Actually,
right
I
where
just
I
came
left
here
it.
tonight to dig behind the couch cushions. I always find limbs in there. People drop limbs out of the top.
Yeah.
I told Slightly not to sit on the bar stool though because she gets beer bums. People spill beer over there. You get beer bums. Yeah. So how about that Obamacare? You guys all signed up for that now? So
Yeah.
Obamacare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes with
Yeah,
a
that's,
cyanide pill.
Yeah. I actually had a plan of my own. It's called Stay Healthy. You know, just like don't get sick. It's, that's the easiest way, least paperwork, and then I know I don't have to be worried about it. Don't get hit by a bus too. Yeah, that's it. You know, just the other day, well, actually yesterday, somebody said that somebody had burned an effigy of Obama, and that the police were checking into it to see if it was a threat to the president. You know, an effigy like Mississippi. I thought to myself, why aren't they checking Obama to see if he's a threat to the United States? Man, maybe they should do that. Yeah, thank you. Hey, I don't usually name drop, but I see a celebrity in the audience there. If you guys watch Game of Thrones, we got none other than Peter Dinklage sitting right there at that table over there. Peter Dinklage is here. Ladies.
Oh, there
Big
he
round of
is.
applause
Hey,
for Dinklage.
Peter. Hello, Peter. Got off any
Peter
hits
who?
today?
Oh,
The little guy.
okay. Well, let's verify.
Yeah, let me do my show.
Yeah.
No, Tyrion, come on, you guys watch Game of Thrones? Tyrion Lannister? Tyrion Lannister, come on up here and take a bow, shorty. Come on, I'm gonna do a ventriloquist act, actually. I was gonna put Dinklage on my knee and stick my hand in his ass.
Make him talk like a muppet.
Yes. Peter, look at you. You know, Peter Dinklage he's the only Avatar to have been thrown off of a nudist colony. He actually got thrown off the nudist colony sim because, you know why? They were tired of him putting his nose in everyone else's business.
Oh.
Well, come on, look at him. Look, you know, there was a time.
It's so cute.
He's the cutest, isn't he? I can put my beer right on his head. I can rest my beer. And you could actually toss a midget across the bar into a.
Oh my God, I remember that.
And it raised quite a stink. Well, it raised a lot of money first.
Bloomberg was against that because he was a midget.
He was too short. People kept
Nobody's
bugging
putting
him.
their hands on me. Get out of there. Don't be throwing me around like that. All right. So anyway, what about the new Star Wars? You guys see that? Everybody was happy to see that the new Star Wars reunited its old cast, the original cast. But they were doing the whole thing in wheelchairs. They're actually it's just going to be Darth Vader in a wheelchair and Princess Leia in a straitjacket. Mark Hamilton playing Jabba the Hutt without makeup now. Oh, that's me, man. That's cold-blooded. The ravages of time, you know? The ravages of time. That's it. Yeah, actually, I always thought that, you know, now, like, to update it, to make it more contemporary, if they could do the bar scene, you know, the bar scene with Han Solo, the Dago bar, or no, the bar, you know, with all the alien forms, they could shoot it in Walmart. Because I think it's just as many.
Just as many freaks.
That's funny.
Pick up back.
Oh, dude, hey, laughter is. You don't have to apologize.
Somebody done been to the Walmart.
That's the goal here when we do comedy. It could be Lawrence. But yeah, so that's what I was saying. Because you know, Walmart, you see a lot of strange beings there. So what else is doing? Anything? Want a toga party? Is that it? Is that it? That's my time? All right.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, no. I think that gets a little racy. That's in the blue humor. I don't know. No, somebody was talking about mesh before, and I took the plunge and became a meshrosexual. That's a new term here on SL. I coined that. You're allowed to use it, but you have to give me credit. A meshrosexual. Because I bought feet and hands, but it was like you got to get these ankle things to put over it, and your ankle and your wrist things for your hands, and it's like, oh man. You know, what a
Oh.
drag. I mean, talk about a whole new. Well, it's like the whole economy is stimulated. It's like Colorado and Seattle, I understand now, because pot's legal. Like, they got a whole cottage economy of, like, people selling pipes and whatnot and paraphernalia. Anybody into that? Bong? Anybody moving there to, like, Colorado to start their new business? No? Can I come? I'm going to quit comedy and go sell bongs. All right, well, you guys have been a still life. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes, you do the line. Let me give you a hand.
Yeah. So a couple was going on vacation, but his wife was on a business trip, so he went to the destination first. His wife would meet him there the next day. When he reached his hotel, he decided to send his wife a quick email. Unfortunately, when typing her address, he mistyped a letter, and his note was directed instead to an elderly preacher's wife whose husband had just passed away the day before. When the grieving widow checked her email, she took one look at the monitor and let out a piercing scream and fell to the floor in a dead faint. At the sound, her family rushed into the room and saw this note on the screen. Dearest wife, just got checked in. Everything's prepared for your arrival tomorrow. P.S. Sure is hot down here.
Oh, that's bad.
Groany.
So after his return from Rome, Will couldn't find his luggage at the airport baggage area, so he went to the lost luggage office and told the woman there that his bags hadn't shown up on the carousel. She smiled and told him not to worry because they were trained professionals and he was in good hands. Then she asked Will, has your plane arrived yet? Oh, not very good. Not good. No. Okay. All right. Well, what can I tell you? One day in the Garden of Eden, Eve called out to God, I have a problem. What's the problem, Eve? I know you've created me and have provided this beautiful garden and all these wonderful animals and a hilarious comedic snake, but I'm just not happy. Why's that, Eve? Well, I'm lonely, and I'm sick to death of apples. Well, Eve, in that case, I have a solution. I shall create a man for you. What's a man? This man will be a flawed creature with many bad traits. He'll lie, cheat, and be vainglorious. All in all, he'll give you a hard time, but he's bigger, faster, and will like to hunt and kill things. He will look silly aroused, but since you've been complaining, I'll create him in such a way that he will satisfy your physical needs. He'll be witless and will revel in childish things like fighting and kicking a ball around. He won't be too smart, so he'll also need your advice to think properly. Sounds great, says Eve, with an ironically raised eyebrow. What's the catch? Yeah, well, you can have him on one condition. What's that? As I said, he'll be proud, arrogant, and self-admiring, so you'll have to let him believe that I made him first. All right. So we have now in 20 minutes approximately, we have Liz Day solo coming up, and we just have lots of comedy. And this is still the longest running comedy show in Second Life.
Been running ever since Voice came to Second Life.
Yes.
Started before Voice. Yeah.
Did indeed, yes.
Comedy.
Silent jokes were great.
Yeah, they were great, yeah. You know, that's something. I've never seen a mime in Second Life. Are there mimes in Second Life? Does anybody know? I mean, that's got to be great.
It's usually the guys that pretend to be women.
Oh, right. There are some of those people around. I'm just shocked that that's the case. Why they would do that, I'll never understand. I mean, why would they want to do that? God, you know, gee, I guess some people just don't get it. Huh?
They're just taking a stand for mimes.
Let's bring up Catboy, who last week the entire show. Thank you, Catboy. Thank you. While I was gone, I really
Yeah, I'm the main prize in Candy Crush. And there goes that company.
And not
Yeah, bought for cheap, plain just. Well, I had a bit of a busy week. Everyone knows that I volunteered for an exhibition assistant for SL11B, which is coming along slowly but surely. And also, recently in real life, I just sold my car on Kijiji. Because we're
Kijiji?
getting...
What is that?
Kijiji is what replaced Craigslist. So, yeah, except without the bottom feeding comment section. So it's actually a bit of an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
But Kijiji, has anyone here used Kijiji? I guess Lauren doesn't.
I don't even
know
know how to
about
Doesn't
spell
like
it. How do you spell it?
six
Oh.
people are on it. Where
we
do you
go.
keep-
Kijiji. And it's better than Craigslist. I mean, everything I put on sale on Kijiji has been gone in less than a week. And I just put that car up for sale on Friday. And I just sold it yesterday for the full asking price of $5,000.
Unfortunately, they came to his house and stole everything.
Yeah, but you know what? It's just like
These are really
Craigslist.
out
You
of
do
Tokyo?
get, whenever you put up an ad, you do get the usual tour of idiots. You know, like some people who think that haggling for something for $5,000 starts at $50. Click. No, we're not going to have. My favorite was this one guy. Now, I'm in Kingston, Ontario. This one guy called all the way from Oakville. Oakville's on the far side of Toronto, and just to drive to Toronto takes about 3 hours, right? He calls me on the phone, says he's from Oakville. I could see on the phone that he's not lying. It's in the 905 area code is where he's calling from, so this isn't just some joker. And he says to me, he's interested in the car. What he wants me to do is he wants me to drive the car down there, and then maybe he'll buy it for $1,000 less than what I'm asking for. Yeah. Yeah, and while we're at it, why don't you just skin me alive, leave me dead in the farmer's field, because apparently I'm retarded. Good Lord. I mean, I'm not driving 3 hours anywhere. I'm going to sell it right here in town for Anyway, but what happened was, of course, I had to deal with all the calls that came after I I finally sold the car, full price I got asking for. Somebody right here in town, by the way. Didn't have to drive 3 hours. And, of course, you get all these people that phone afterwards, because after you take it down, that they still call, it's like, the car available. This one guy calls back and said, "Excuse me, I called a while ago and I offered $50, and somehow I got cut off." Yeah, where's the block button on this phone? But speaking of which, has anyone noticed that in Second Life is a little crazy diligent about putting block buttons everywhere? Like every single time you use a menu function or a HUD, there's that block button. It's right there, and you got to be careful. You got to dodge it. You can't hit it accidentally.
Yes, if you hit it, that's it. Oh,
that's annoying as hell. Well, you know what? Look at it from my point of view. I'm an exhibitor assistant. That means that I have to sign up people for doing the to get them in the group so they could go into SL11B and everything. And of course, when you do the group invite thing, you're going through this really convoluted menu process that you have to go through. And that block button is chasing you all the way through it. It's there again. There it is again. There it is again. There it is again. And it's like, I dare you to click me. Click me just once. I'm going to fuck up your whole day. You gotta go through the list. I'm trying to figure out what you want. Like, it's easy as hell to block, but unblocking, you might as well just say unblock everything, and then all that stuff that was giving you a hard time before it comes back again. Like, there's this train on the other side of the sin that's just been driving me out of my goddamn mind. The one that Thinker should tell you about it. That thing that has a little, it's got this little tune that's playing. It's kind of like It's a Small World After All. Try building around there for a couple of days or so. You'll feel like you want to murder children. It's just okay. But getting back to the SL11B thing, it is running smoothly so far.
That's because nobody's there.
Yeah, that's it.
I can't.
I thought the place would be flooded on first day. I really did. On the first day, I registered 6 people. To date, I've registered maybe 20. The place is just filled with empty lots. I guess people are building in private, and I imagine that the day just before closing, they close off build rights. That's the day that people will show up at the last second, drop their build on the ground, and boom, it's over. But a lot of people are going to be late. And by the way, I'm looking at you, Dr. Fran. I know that you're building in secret somewhere, so don't put it off too late, or else you're going to get cut off. Well, that's all the news that I have about it. So let it be. Let's get back to the regular news, the news in the real world. What's been going on in the real world? Real world. In a way, I'm kind of glad that Doc Ren's not here right now, because he probably would have told. He definitely would have told this joke before I did, and that is just the headline alone is a joke. Thieves stole 13,000 diapers from a Durham-based non-profit diaper bank in North Carolina.
Who stole them?
Who stole them? Thieves. Well, who stole them? Well, a group of
incontinent thieves.
Incontinent thieves. Physical description: creepy middle-aged men in a nappy fetish, and probably don't smell very good. There you go. Okay, in Canton, Massachusetts. Why does all the weird stuff happen in Canton, Massachusetts? Canton, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, not Massachusetts.
Right. I can't.
Massachusetts, not Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
You got it. Massachusetts.
Yay! Man took his 12-week-old German Shepherd for a walk. 12-week-old puppy. And when the walk was over, he takes him back to the Dodge Neon that he had parked. Dog jumps into the car, hits the shift lever, and lands on the gas pedal, sending the car careening into a pond. The car was a loss. It sank. But no one was hurt, and the puppy, Rosie, was rescued. Rosie figures. Women drivers. Women drivers. Hey, guys? Huh? Women drivers? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a joke from the 1940s for you. Oh, I love this one. In the news, in Sweden, a moose came crashing through the window of a craft class. Just through the window. Just great big goddamn full-grown moose. Those things get up to about 5,000 pounds, by the way. I know this. I'm Canadian. Fortunately, the students corralled the animal by expertly assembling IKEA furniture pieces into a makeshift barn. Yes, absolutely. The students credit the quick thinking in response to the fact that the school had a very large surplus of Allen keys. No one gets that? You haven't built any IKEA furniture? No one? Yeah, well, I don't blame you. Okay. Recently, I love this one. Recently, scientists have discovered a world that they thought was impossible. A rocky planet, a giant rocky planet, more than 17 times the mass of Earth, was discovered. Now, they said that the reason why they think this is impossible is that when planets get this big, they should be gaseous, like Neptune or Saturn or Jupiter or something like that. When they reach a certain size, it's not really possible for them to be completely rocky all the way through. Well, apparently this one is a giant rocky planet, and right next to it, it's being orbited by a smaller lava-covered world.
I know, right?
Little tiny lava-covered world. Now, the reason why scientists were reluctant to acknowledge a discovery of this is that out of all the worlds in fiction that turn out to be real, they didn't want the first one they discovered to be the crappiest one from all the Star Wars films. Remember that one? Phantom Menace. That's exactly what it was. It was a tiny little lava world orbiting a giant planet. Okay. Oh, I love this one. This is my favorite story of the week, and this is 4 days ago. A man in Texas, and you're not going to believe this. I swear to God, you're not going to believe this. I don't believe it either, but it was pointed in the news, and they swear this is real. A man in Texas went to a Starbucks and purchased 60 espresso shot latte from Starbucks, costing about $54.75, and he drank the whole thing. I am not making this up. Damn! 60 espresso shot latte. This morning he was interviewed about what it tasted like, and he said, "It was very strong and sweet." I want that gesture. Well, in Texas, just this afternoon, there were witnesses that said that the man was last seen operating a jackhammer without using a power source. And that's all I have for tonight, everybody.
Nobody's about various animals that went into space, okay? With Star Trek coming and all that. So I'm just going to read the little thing from the Wikipedia because I think this is so funny that you guys will get a kick out of this, all right? The first ever monkey astronaut was Albert, okay? Not Michael Caine. I don't think he played Albert, but he might have.
Okay.
Who on June 11th, 1948, rode to over 63 kilometers, 39 miles on a V-2 rocket. He died of suffocation during the flight. The year.
Good Lord.
All right, there's the beginning. Albert was followed by Albert II, who survived the V-2 flight but died on impact. Which is not really
So he survived flying, but just that sudden stop on the ground is what did it.
Right.
Landing will kill you.
Yeah.
Albert II became the first monkey in space as his flight reached 134 kilometers or 83 miles. All right, so you got to go through past 100 kilometers to be designated the beginning of space. Albert III died at 35,000 feet in an explosion of his little spaceship.
Oh, man.
Albert
Push
IV,
that red button.
on the last monkey V-2 flight, died on impact.
Oh, let's go this
Landing
time.
gear.
Monkeys later flew on an Aerobee rockets. On April 18th, 1951, a monkey possibly called Albert V died due to a parachute failure. Yorick, also called Albert VI, along with 11 mouse crewmates, became the first animals to survive the rocket flight on September 20th, 1951, although they all died 2 hours after landing.
Oh.
2 of the mice also died after recovery. All of the deaths were thought to be related to stress from overheating in the sealed capsule in the New Mexico sun while awaiting the recovery team. You just have to, you love this because you can imagine saying to the guys, "You're going to go up next." Okay, there's Albert VI. His flight reached 70 kilometers below the definition of spaceflight. Patricia and Mike, 2 monkeys, flew on May 21st, 1952, survived their flight, but they only went up 26 kilometers. On December 13th, 1958, Gordo, also called Old Reliable, a squirrel monkey, survived being launched aboard a Jupiter AM-13 by the U.S. Army. He was killed due to mechanical failure of the parachute recovery system in the rocket. On May 28th, 1959, aboard a Jupiter AM-18, Abel, a rhesus monkey, and Miss Baker, a squirrel monkey, became the first monkeys to successfully return to Earth after traveling in space. Abe was born at the Ralph Mitchell Zoo in Independence, Kansas. They traveled in excess of 16,000 kilometers an hour and withstood 38 Gs. Abel died June 1st, 1959, while undergoing surgery to remove an infected medical electrode that the NSA had put in his head. No. Baker died in 84 at the age of 27, is buried on the grounds of the United States Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama. So if you ever want to go see her. Abel was preserved and is now on display at the Smithsonian, so you can go see him too, right? Yeah, you gotta love this. On December 4th, 1959, Sam flew on Little Joe 2 in a Mercury program, 53 miles high. Sam was actually Miss Sam, and followed by Little Joe 1B, although her flight was only 8 miles in a test of emergency procedures. Ham and Enos also flew in the Mercury program, but they were chimpanzees. And so Goliath, a squirrel monkey, died in an explosion of his Atlas rocket, okay? Bonnie, a pigtailed M-A-C-A-Q-E.
Macaque.
What's that? Macaque. What's a macaque?
It's a monkey.
What is that? It's a monkey? Okay. His mission lasted from June 29th to July 8th. It was a multi-day monkey flight, but came after longer human flights. He died within a day of landing. That's it. Okay? Under this, that's the United States. France launched a pig-tailed macaque. Is that how you pronounce it, right?
Yep.
He died, yeah. He died of lung cancer, smoking cigarettes when he was up there.
Oh, my God.
Argentina, in 1969, launched Juan, a Tuft Capuchin, right, in a Regal
Another
04 rocket, which was attached to a giant slingshot. And his parachute failed too. But this is great. One of them was actually, this is great, Goliath, the squirrel monkey I told you about? Yeah. He was a suborbital flight in 1961, a month later, but he was lost at sea after landing. He is now with Flight 380. Now, just not to be outdone, January 28, 2013, Iran reported that they sent a monkey, Pishkam, to 72 miles and retrieved shipment. The Iranian media gave no details of the timing, the location, what kind of a rocket they used, where it went, how it went, why it went, but they said that it went there and they've done it. That's it. Apparently their footage had been taped together and done in Adobe Photoshop. And those are your monkeys. And then, of course, the Soviet Union had a whole bunch of monkeys up there. Yeah. So that's it. And one of their monkeys actually had offspring after going up there, and that's how all those movies that teach us about weird things from people have sex after being in space, right? Right. All right, let me get off the stage so that wait a minute, I'm going to get off the stage so that she can get up here and get ready. Okay. Is she here? Yeah, she's here. Elizabeth can get up on the stage and get things together. I'll get off the stage. What were you saying, Catboy, or somebody?
Was the first animal the Russians set up was a dog, and the dog had puppies, and they sent one of the puppies, to Lyndon B. Johnson, and he kept it.
Yeah, that's good.
He kept it and raised it.
Actually, their first space program began with monkeys, actually, not dogs. They just told you about the dogs because the dog lived. The monkeys all died.
Oh, right. The dog was the first to make it back alive then. Yes.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, so anyhow, there you go. But actually, the Soviet-Russian space program, most of their animals lived. Because they never went up in the ship. Look at this, our monkeys are fine. I thought that was great. Wasn't that fun? No, that's a piece of history you didn't know about, right? Yeah. So, anyhow, Star Trek's coming back. I just watched Star Trek Into the Darkness, the last one, right?
Yes.
I'm still a Star Trek fanatic. I like Star Trek. Yeah, I think it's really good. But they've changed the wording. It's now where no man goes, it's just where no human has gone before.
Yeah.
They changed that, right? Yeah.
What's where no one has gone before?
No one? Is that what they said? No one? Not no human.
Yeah.
No one. Right.
No
You're right.
one has gone before. Yeah, it makes more sense.
No one has gone before. Yeah. All right. I hope you guys have had fun at this show tonight. I'm really out of jokes. I'm out of comedy. We've somehow done it again. We don't know how we do it every week. We don't really plan anything. But I just Rum, I'm a touch-and-go woman. Champagne, I'm an engaged woman. Red Bull, I'm a woman in a relationship. Red wine, I'm a married woman. Vodka, I'm the other. Beer, I'm a woman who can't find the right man. Whiskey, I'm a single woman, but my friends won't stop partying. Liquor, I'm a woman who wishes she was single. Gin, I'm a woman who wants to get married. Those are the different liquors, and you can figure it all out. Granny, were you going to do anything? You got a couple of minutes if you want to do something. You got something funny for us?
If I can make it to that freaking stage, that thing is
well,
like...
you can do it right from where you are if you want. Yeah.
All right.
Just do it from where you are. We can see you.
Joined Second Life. I didn't understand why people were getting married on here. Because I'm like, aren't there enough headaches in real life? Why would you want any more? You know?
Yeah.
So as I look around and I talk to people, I started to understand. Because in my real life, I can't de-render my husband when he's wearing those fucking sandals. Turn his voice off when I get tired of him nagging at me. And you don't gotta feed a motherfucker on here, you know? There's no aim when it comes to the toilet. What toilet? You don't need a toilet, you know? There's so many things. And also, when you're faking the orgasms, it's so easy to fake on here. You say, ooh, oh baby, ooh, ooh, almost there, yeah. You know? You know? And then, if you're scared of a stalker bitch, you go on the witness protection program. You delete your account and start a new one. Simple. You know? Simple. You know? But that's what I got. Oh, and the pickup lines. I want to tango your Lolas. You know? And you can throw your vagina at someone if you get sick of them. Shut up, here's my vagina. You know? When they started the slink feet, I got very confused. I was like, it's bad enough. You know? Really bad enough, but now you got more feet to kick up some people's asses, which will get them a step closer, you know? And then the babies. Oh my goodness. They teleported me to a zombie sim, and I saw these little babies crawl around on the floor, so I thought they was the prim babies. Motherfucker started biting me. Was a fucking zombie. I'm a very long way. A very long way. And I'm always happy to be a part of it. That's all I got. Thank you.
Oh my God! Let us know, Jamie, when Liz is on. When we go to.
I will. Just give me 1 second,
Yeah,
Lizzie.
thank
You
That was
heard.
great, Granny. You come back.
Time to
Good
go.
boy here. We love you.
Yeah, we like that,
was
Grammy.
great.
Granny.
Yeah, that was good. Even Dr. Fran
Pretty
was
close.
laughing over there. I saw her. Yeah.